Hey YouTube, it's Misery Hates Company, and today I'm going to show you guys the very best companions for the PVE side of the game. Now this is going to help you rank higher in the blitzes, rank even higher in the raids. If you're struggling with invasions, especially some of the earlier ones, or even the current one to a certain degree, and you need a higher level of damage to bring to the table because you may be working on a new character like magic, or you just need more damage, or you just want to learn how to get better at the game. From a PvE aspect, which is player versus environment, these three companions can be the absolute difference between downing a boss and having no damage at all. And some of these are actually really good for your whole team. So even if just one of you follows this direction in your friend group or your alliance, you're going to do great. You're actually going to see a difference already, even if just one person does it. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into it because you guys really need to see the very last one. So make sure you watch this video to the very end because I am definitely saving the best for last. All right, let's get straight into it. And as you can see, I'm just farming gold here. But if we were to go ahead and jump into our companions. So like I said, there's actually only 3 that are worthwhile when it comes to PvE. I'm going to rank these from the worst to the best. So like I said, make sure you stick around to watch the very last one, which is the best. So the first one we're actually going to talk about is none other than a Nicholas Fury. Nick Fury is good to a certain degree. He's obviously top 3. Now, if you go to, he gives movement speed bonus, which is something, and it's just for collection stats. You don't have to have him equipped to use that, by the way. And if you didn't know that, make sure you like the video because I feel like a lot of people don't realize that you want to boost all of your companions to get these collection stats. And I feel like a lot of people don't know that. So share this with a friend and especially your alliance mates so you can do better. But his skills are, this is where it gets pretty interesting. So barrier deployment, cooldown 43 seconds, which is a while. And then you're going to summon your companion. The duration is 15 seconds. So you go about just under 30 seconds with not having him up in between your cooldown and how long he's up for. It applies 24% of your hero's attack. Not bad. Nick Fury is setting up a barrier. So he sets up a barrier, duration 8 seconds, guard gauge recovery, and guard damage immunity. So he helps you recover your guard gauge and he gives you guard gauge immunity. Which for some of the bosses in PvE, when you get smacked around a little too much, this could actually help you a pretty decent bit. So it's worthwhile. Sets up a barrier. While setting up the barrier, recovers the summoner's guard gauge completely. So 0 to 100 guard gauge. And then the barrier blocks guard damage while active. After the barrier has been set up, it follows the summoner and deals damage to enemies. So not only does it protect you, but it also does damage. So that's why I rank him at number 3. I feel like a lot of people sleep on Nick Fury. And the reason I'm giving you 3 and not just telling you the best and then ending the video or making this a YouTube short is that there is a certain degree of RNG when it comes to companions. So I want to make sure I give you guys options because you might not be able to get any of them. But if you get one of them, I want to make sure you don't waste it and you use it. So that's why we're showing you 3. All right, so Nick Fury is the 3rd best on this PvE companions list. The next up is actually going to be Circe. So Circe, if you got the companions right when they came out, there's a pretty high possibility you got Circe. So what her collection stat is melee damage decrease. So pretty awful, honestly, from that aspect. Her stats are pretty basic, pretty consistent, I guess you could say, across other ones. Her skill is why we're here, though. So the cooldown is 38 seconds, so less than Nick Fury. Decreases defense by 15% for 10 seconds when the skill lands. Knockback when the skill lands as well. So let's continue. Guard break medium. Release cosmic energy to push away nearby enemies and deal 482% damage. Then generates cosmic energy. The generated cosmic energy explodes and decreases the hit enemy's defense. So 38-second cooldown, and this is up for 10 seconds. So that's 28 seconds that you're going to have in between limbo, basically, where you get value from the skill and then it's still on cooldown. But 15% defense decrease, all of your alliance members, all of your party mates, all of your friends that you're playing with are going to benefit from this. So she puts a defense debuff on the target, and then all of you do more damage to him. This is huge. You have to have this if you're struggling on PvE at all. She is a very, very good character. Like I said, she is harder to obtain now, but if you were lucky and started summoning companions right when they first came out, there's a high probability you have her from some of those events that they gave out. Now, she is number 2 on this list. And now, last but not least, the very best, in my opinion, is going to be Vienna. Hopefully I said that name right. If not, put an L in chat. Vienna. Hopefully I said that name right. If not, put an L in the comments below. RIP. But anyway, so her attack is actually a bit higher. Obviously, mine is very high because I have her at level 40, but even her base stats are worth having on your group of 4, in my opinion. And that's really what you're looking for when you look at your companions, is that the very top one over there is going to be your summon ability, and then the other 3 you just want good stats on. So keep that in mind as well. But her collection stat is range damage decrease. Again, just awful. This is not valuable at all. But her skill is what's awesome. So 38-second cooldown, increase attack by 17.25%. Again, I have upgraded her skill from 4 out of 11. And then it's good for 10 seconds. Guard break low. Blows up a pillar of light to deal 464 damage to enemies and release cosmic energy. The released cosmic energy and increased attack of the summoner increase the attack of summoner and nearby allies. So again, you're boosting the attack of you and your allies. The reason I'm putting her number 1 over Circe is because for my free to play or low spending friends, you can use this in PvP as well. So it's not necessarily that the attack is better than the defense decrease from Circe, but this is very valuable. You get to boost your attack which is obviously the best stat in the game. It's not dodgeable, whereas the other one with Circe can be dodged and you can miss. At least in PvE, it's not likely you're going to miss, which is why she's still really good. But in PvP, you could easily miss that ability, whereas this one is going to do the most damage possible by increasing your attack. For that reason alone, that's why I have her at number 1. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you like the video. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And most importantly, if you've made it this far, make sure you look at this video right here for the very, very best way of maxing out your companions. I don't want to see anyone miss out on that, so click on this video right now.